Hopefully, there we go. Okay, took a minute there. Scaring me here, internet. We got the red light on now. What is happening, Fish and friends? Welcome to another Saturday Night Live. Tonight's going to be fun. We are joined by Patrick. Patrick, it's a good word over there, man.
Man, not much. Just trying to keep making more lures that everybody wants to use and get out and fish with, and try to stay warm and actually get some fishing in too. That doesn't always get to happen though.
Yeah, no, I hear you because let's see. Tomorrow we'll be out. What's supposed to be my buddy Chris and I are going to go out for one last kayak adventure here. And let's see. This morning it was. I know we had frost all over, but see, it's only 45 now. Supposed to get down to 30 by the morning. So we'll be out in some crisp 30-degree weather out on the kayaks. There's old Chris. Chris, thanks for being a member, buddy. I appreciate you. And all of the members out there, I appreciate you all, just like Paul. Whoops, Paul. Dakota, we got a whole bunch of affiliate. Hey, Jermaine, what's up, brother? Crack and Bass, I appreciate y'all. And if you're not a member, that's okay. I still love you too. Any of the support and all the support goes a long way, so I can still keep doing this crazy thing that we call the YouTube vidges and what have you. But if you do not know Patrick, so Patrick works over at PRADCO. PRADCO is one of the awesome channel partners, and I just had my my little banner up here. You're getting fancy here. PRADCO, Lurenet is what you would know it as, which is where you go shopping, lurenet.com. But channel partners, and I was like, hey man, I'm gonna go over some sales and stuff Black Friday. I'm like, you want to just join me? He's like, yeah, I got some new lures and stuff we can talk about. We can do a giveaway. I'm like, dude, I'm in. Let's talk fishing. We're hopefully gonna get him prodded enough that we can keep him going long enough that he gets tired and can just, oh yeah, new lures, and he'll just give us all the juice before he's supposed to.
Right.
So
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I got to watch my tongue, so I can only say so much. So
I should have.
I see Hello Bass in here. It looks like he's in here as well.
Oh, Rich hanging out.
Yeah.
We got the crew. So okay. Black Friday sales. So I'm gonna share as we're going along here. But what do you guys got going on over there? What are the good sales?
Just like Black Friday normally, we've got it's really our biggest sales of the year. So I'm not going to sit here and try to sales pitch you by any means. It's they sell themselves because the fact that there's so many of the lures, some of the baits that we have on there that are going to be 50% off. Those are
not yet.
Not yet. I can't be showing those yet.
Not yet. That'll be here in a minute.
Yeah, but we got so many of the lures that we've got that are 50% off. Anywhere from 25, 30, 50% off. And then we've got some really good, just special deals, some different bundles, which are really, really cool. So there's a lot of good stuff that we have.
There we go.
Kind of get it in check here. Get it right.
I know. Geez, get it together. I'm trying to figure out which view looks the best. Let's just get into it. I'll give my thoughts on some of them. You can give your thoughts on, because I was going to do a video of this, kind of like I did with the Tackle Warehouse one. And I'm like, I did my video yesterday, was a bank fishing trip, and I'm like, I'll just do a live on this. So I'm like, let's just have Patrick and I talk through it, because maybe you can talk to some of the things that I really don't fish or know about, like some of these coming up, the bomber suspending, long A's. I know Hank, Bass Geek loves these as like a wake bait. I've never fished them, so
there's a lot of those, like the bomber long A's that there's people who fish those. It's kind of regionally specific a lot of times on those bombers. There's a lot of guys that'll fish those as a wake bait on the surface and really almost just make them not how they were designed, but they actually work really, really well. Very regionally specific or lake specific. There's a lot of guys that really love fishing them that way.
Okay.
So, but there's a lot of bombers. There's going to be a lot of bandits that were on there as well. So there's some walleye stuff. We try really have a little bit of everything for just about anybody that needs anything. Then you got your lipless, which obviously
here.
Seasonally specific. I mean, something that you can get right now and actually start getting out and using here pretty quick.
Perfect. But, perfect for right now. 2.5 inch are going to be your 1/2 ounce. 3 inch will be your 3/4 ounce. I don't use these a ton unless it's super windy or I'm really trying to bomb casts.
The big ones,
But yes, so we've got, for 2.5 inch, you've got the Red Ghost, spring color, and then I know we've got the Royalty, so one of my favorites. Of course, it's got the purple chartreuse belly. Sunset Craw, another one of my favorites. Crush Bone, another solid one, and another favorite, Chrome Black. So boom, right there, you've got you've got everything to cover at $5.99 each for your 2.5 inch, which is your standard half ounce. So those would be some of my first picks.
Absolutely. Well, then you got the
never
Ripple,
thrown
the
this.
classics, Ripple and Redfin, which that's going to be one that, is just a classic that's been around forever that catches fish and has been catching fish for a long, long time.
I do like the name Monkey Puke, though. Whoever came up with that.
I did not claim that. I do not know who did that.
Hey, Wonder Bread.
You got Wonder Bread. You got a Wonder Bread too. I mean,
Ice fishing guys.
Everything. Yeah, it's got some Lindy stuff.
Time.
What am I saying? We do. We got a lot of stuff on here, like for Lindy products.
They've got parachutes in case you're doing any base jumping.
Absolutely. Just get a couple of them though first. But yeah, like the quiver spoon. I don't know. Like some of these things, they're some of your audience may not, unless they're up north or places that have fished that type of thing. But like a quiver spoon is one of those things that if you haven't fished it, those things just catch fish. I mean, it's amazing at certain times of year in certain scenarios. It's a great bait for not just northern going up for walleye or going up for going for your northern species trout and all that. It's they catch a little bit of everything. So
yeah, I caught a couple on those last year, but this actually was the moneymaker for me. Besides just like a jig head tipped with like a waxy, this one let's see, is this the gold perch color? No, it's whatever color that was that I had up, and then I think it was the Fire Tiger, and then there was like a pink Tiger Glow. Both of those two for me last year were really good. I say really good I think I only got out like 4 times, but year before that, even better because I actually got to fish a bunch. Same thing for this thing, little Rattling Flyer Spoon. So I think these are in the 16th, right? Yeah, 16th. And you can go bigger, but yeah, if you're into ice fishing, both of those really produced for me. Otherwise, just like a simple, not this, but just like a simple, jig head with like a waxy or a little plastic on it. I don't get too crazy.
I'll let you talk to the ice fishing because I'll admit I have never ice fished in my life. I live too far south. But
yeah, a lot of the guys will get
north. I need to go north and actually do it at some point. I'll have to catch you up.
Got a place to stay, man.
It would be. It's something on my list to do. I just haven't never done it. So,
we got some rogues. Now, the rogues are something that I've honestly not thrown until recently.
Yeah, it's a great bait. The rogue is a bait that it's like the OG. I mean, literally the OG of your jerk baits, and it's a true jerk bait. I guess it's kind of the way you kind of look at this is that a lot of the baits that you get these that are more the modern baits are the ones that are coming out now are really more twitch baits. Is the way I would kind of classify them. More of a they have a different kind of action, whereas the rogue is a true jerk bait that has a good roll to it. It just has a different action, a different movement than you get with a lot of the more modern styled baits that are out there. So, but can't go wrong with it. It works. It's been catching fish forever. And Frank, Frank loves them.
Uncle Frank. We love Uncle Frank. Super nice dude. Yep. And he does some badass paints.
Oh, yeah.
This was the second thing. I can't believe these are still around. So this was in a recent Bank and Creek kit. This was in the same one.
Story on that. I designed that. That is my design. So that right there is actually something that I had in my head, and I thought, you know what, I really want something that looks just like this. We don't have it. It's a color that I think would be really good. And whenever I brought them and I put them in the Bank and Creek kit, that's I used all of them. Basically, used all of them that I had. I was supposed to be getting more of them. Didn't realize that they didn't all come in at the same time, and so they were out of stock up until just literally about a week ago. And so they're just now coming back into stock, and we actually have more of them to be able to sell right now. And they're on $5.99 versus $9.99. So, I mean, it's a deal. I know that several people that I have talked to love that bait, that was just a very, very, very good bait for them.
Yeah, dude, this one, no, I haven't thrown mine in this color, but this specific one with that little turtleback blade, the finesse covert, which I was just talking about that on the Tackle Warehouse one that I did. But this one specifically I freaking love this little spinnerbait. And are these all, I think these were all 3/8, right? This came in the 3/8 ounce. Oh, it says
yep.
Right
well, that one is. Yeah, this was the 3/8 and the Pro Pink 2.0 version is, but we do have the heavier. We have a half ounce in that in the finesse as well. Then you got the walleye grub tail, and then the true gill, which is another design of mine. That one, there was a buzz bait or the spinning. There's a spinner bait on that as well, but we don't have any more of the spinner bait. We sold all those out, but
there's only 7 left on that. You want a little finesse buzz bait?
That was a popular one people really liked as well. That was one that it was a good color. that just was a good bluegill color. So
This one I wanted to point out because this, so I haven't thrown this in the Hellgrammite, but it's a twofold.
hmm
One, I think it was 2 years ago. Confidence Lure was the 4-inch Yumdinger in this green clown. Like I was
hmm
just destroying on it with a Ned rig. It was
right.
like my go-to crutch lure. Same thing for early in the year. I don't know what it is, but early in the year, a Hellgrammite Ned rig has crushed it for me like the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Like my
Yep.
first couple trips out, dead on with this thing. So if you're looking for a cool little Ned rig bait, this color kind of combines
hmm
both of those. I haven't thrown this exact one yet, but 239, I would definitely grab some of those.
Yep. That's a good one.
Tommy gun is another cool color, similar to that green clown. It's like the green
Yep.
pumpkin, kind of your chartreusey watermelon with some flake in it. Goes
Yep.
good with
I
like the
actually
mobster
had
swim
that
jig.
one designed. I had that one created to match up with the Tommy gun.
Yeah,
We have
the
a
perch
the
color.
Booyah, yeah, in that Tommy gun color of the mobster, the Booyah mobster swim jig. It actually matches that perfectly, and I had it in that kit, that we had. And these are just some of
Yep.
the leftovers that we had from that kit that we had made. And then Amber Night is
That's
another one of
Burrow, same
mine, and
thing.
then that one's one of mine. That Siren, yeah, that Siren color is one of mine as well. And that's an awesome color. I don't know if you've used. I know
Yes,
it came in one of the
I've thrown this
kits.
one.
That color actually is really
Came out
really good.
awesome.
It
That would go
catches
perfect on that
catches some really
spinnerbait
good
too.
fish. Oh yeah, no, I like to the 3-inch Scottsboro. I actually will throw that on a spinnerbait. Even some of the compacts, may have to kind of cut them down a little bit sometimes, just to get not quite so big, but they actually work pretty well on those. So yeah.
So this one, funny enough, I should have waited for the sale. But this one, I just bought, I think, 4 of these. So the
hmm
last one I had, this color was awesome for me. I lost one.
Yep.
And then the last one I had, I gave to Ralph on our meetup. If you guys
Hmm.
remember, I don't remember who was fishing with Ralph. Yeah, it was in his boat with him. So, but Ralph threw him this one. I was like, dude, try this. And he ended up started catching fish on it. So the Bandit 100, 200, I've said it 1,000 times, hands down the best lure of the year for me.
hmm
So I did pick up some of those. Should have waited though, but that was a special color run, limited run.
And grab that. Yeah, well, that's actually a bring back. That Natty Light was one that
Oh,
we used to make, that we don't anymore, and I love that color. And so I actually was like, all right, I got to bring those back. So I brought that back for the Banking Creek kits. And basically, when we make a kit, there will be some extras, and so this is kind of what's left over from just the additional ones that we had to fill out a case. So just the way it works with how we make
gotcha.
baits. But yeah, so that's the remainder. So if you want some, you got to get them now because you will not see those again.
Get
So,
them.
yep,
Rich,
that
I'm
Magna stick. Mhm.
trying to get into comments here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to flip back and forth, but Rich says fishing in cold water, throwing big baits or some finesse. I'm bringing one big bait. I just don't have confidence in that. I know now's the time. I did actually just grab some of these. Speaking of making an order, I never throw spinner baits this heavy, but this is the Booyah Big Colorado Blade 1 ounce. I'm going to try slow rolling some spinner baits. I was watching an old Jason Christie video of him talking about slow rolling in the cold water, which is something I am not comfortable doing. But I have more confidence doing that with a spinner bait than I do like a 8-inch glide bait deal because I don't have confidence. So
For me, personally, if I in the cold water, I will, the only big bait I'll ever throw is going to be a jerk bait. I'll throw a jerk bait and try to, get out there and see if I can't get some fish that are out there wanting to chase a jerk bait. But yeah, I'm really a finesse guy, so really going to
yep.
finesse is generally where I'm going to be going. Yeah, if it gets super cold, I'll even, just like everybody else, go out there and throw a football jig. Go out and throw a heavy football jig. Do something that's going to, work the bottom a little bit more finessey, give the fish time to think about it. So.
Yeah, blind eye. Those were ice fishing spoons. I suppose you could just try jigging them, like a regular flutter spoon, but they're little spoons for ice fishing. So yes, for us ice nerds, they do have some cool little spoons. Let's see. I think there was another killer color on the covert. Yes, agreed. Colorado, Indiana. No, it's a Colorado and I think it's an Oklahoma blade is what
Yeah.
they technically call it, right?
Yeah, it's a turtleback, and sometimes I think people
Yeah,
call that as
that's
well.
why I
But it's
call them the turtleback.
Oklahoma. I think is
Yeah,
what depends on where
Francisco,
you're
I
at.
agree. Colorado
hmm
turtle. Ray, hello, everyone. Let's see, Frank. Oh, here, question, Frank. Do the Canadianites? Oh, wait, no, different Frank. Okay, never mind. He was asking about the Canadians having Thanksgiving this week. I don't know, but they still charge $8 million to ship stuff there, which I don't love.
It's not us.
Natty Light over Sexy Shad. Really? Yeah, I
Hmm.
like that Natty Light color though. That's a solid color. Actually,
Oh yeah.
funny enough, tomorrow Chris and I are meeting up to go to the lake where I had a spectacular day, 30 some fish on a Bandit 100, a custom color I did. Just one when I was testing colors, like trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So I did like a thread fin that was pretty simple with some gray. I did like a purple sheen to it, and like a yellow purple stripe. Was just crushing it. Ended up getting it stuck, and that was the same day we got monsooned on, and it ruined my GoPro and my card. So
Oof.
that was a tough day to swallow. No footage of it, but
So you
um
run a GoPro. How'd you run a GoPro? Was it? Do you have the battery open? Like the?
yeah. So I have
Yeah.
the all the ones I still had. I bought 3 of them were the GoPro 4s. That's everything I
Mhm.
was still using, and they have the case, but the whole sides are open because it has a mic plug in, which is
Yep.
why I like those because they had really good audio.
Yep.
And then yeah, rain just got in there and it just fried the whole thing. I tried drying it out and somehow it corrupted my card. Like those cards are supposed to be waterproof,
Mm.
but I don't know because it kept like when it was going on the fritz, it kept turning off and on, and then it kept saying it couldn't read card error. And yeah, I couldn't get anything off the card. So
It might have been the GoPro that actually corrupted the card.
yeah, it might have. It was quite
Yeah.
disappointing,
Crazy.
but
No, that stinks. Well, at
the
least you had to
Umdingers.
upgrade to those fours. It's time to probably was time.
That's what I was telling that might have been last live. So I got the new DJI, whatever it is, Osmos 5
Yeah.
or 6 or whatever. And I'm like, dude, this thing is amazing. It's got because my old ones, I had like 40 minutes of battery life on each battery.
Hmm.
This one's like 2.5 hours per battery. The old ones I had could only hold 64 megabyte cards, so like just under 4 hours of footage. This one I got, I think a 256, so it holds like 12 and a half hours of footage. I'm like, whoa, man. I guess this was probably time for an upgrade. But here, yeah. So the Yum Dinger I was talking about, 4-inch, perfect color right here as well. If you're looking for a wacky rig or like an EWG Ned rig type bait, boom. I like to use it for those. So those were a couple other special
Yeah. That,
color runs that were in the Banking Creek, right?
yep. That T-Shat over here, that was one of my colors that I did for the. That was actually the very first custom color I ever did.
That's a
Was
cool
that one,
custom.
that
I like
T-Shat?
that
Yeah, and
color.
we've had those for a little bit, but it's a really good little bait. I don't know if you have it.
I
It's like a
don't throw
little,
that thing.
just a real small little twitch bait, jerk bait,
Hmm.
kind of thing, and it catches fish certain times a year. Whenever
I've
like
not thrown it.
whenever the fry are small and all that, it's a killer. It really is a killer. It's a track down, so it sinks 1 foot per second, depending upon the temperature of the water and all that. But it's a great little bait. I'm a little partial. It's a rebel, but that's just the way it works.
Yeah, I
But
need
it's
to
a good
throw
bait.
them. I've got a buddy
Yeah.
that throws them. I'm like, I've never ever thrown those. I didn't even know like those existed. So
Yep, it's a good little
this
bait.
wasn't anything I
It's there's
threw.
not many out there that size. It's a good, it's a very specific one. BFS, it's a great BFS little bait. So
Mm,
that Norman Deep Tiny N, that Chrome Pumpkin Seed, that was another one.
I like that
That
chrome
was like
pumpkin. That's a
one
cool
of the
color.
first. Oh, it's out of stock. So that was one of the first
Oh, it's
customs
out.
that I did as well.
Oh, out of stock.
Yep, no, that one's
Oh, it
gone.
says it right there. Yep. She gone.
Hmm.
Waited too long.
Yep, we would have had stock on them, so they've sold since we got them up here.
Some more Normans.
Yep.
I just don't throw the Normans much. I need to get those out more. The Bandit's my crutch. I don't need anything else. The Bandit's just that good.
Yep. Norman's a good bait, and this is the thing that I think it gets overlooked with Norman. Norman is it's kind of a very regional. It's been a very regionally specific bait over the years, just because it's the style of bait. There are other ones. There are lots of crankbaits out there, but it's such a good bait. It's really good hooks on it. It's a gel coat on that thing, so it's actually the quality of the finish on that is hands down one of the best ones you're going to find out there.
Hmm.
But it's a very, very specific bait that it is not everybody's used them. It's not something that you don't find in a lot of tackle shops. It's got a very narrow niche, but of people that really know them and love them. But the people that do, they religiously stick with Norman. So
Yeah,
it's a
like the
great bait
deep
and
end.
great scalish. Yeah, oh yeah,
That was
yeah,
the only one
exactly.
I knew of, people throwing that in like the lavender shad. And I think I even
Hmm.
had a couple and I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with these? They look cool forever ago. And I'm like, these are way too
Oh,
deep or somebody got them, you know.
DD22s. I mean, you sit here
Or
and think
that's
it's
what it
not
is.
some of those. Yeah,
DD22. I'm
the
sorry.
DD22 is the
DD22.
big one. Yeah, no, that's a big deep
Yep.
diver. That's like the, July. You get out there, in the hot weather, months, and get out there and dig deep and get down and see them. That's the bait you want.
That's the one I was
It's a really
thinking.
good one.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
great bait for that. The crappie colors. So these Bandit
300.
300 series, that was
This
some of
color's
our
cool.
some of the ones that we had for Bobby Garland colors. So basically, we went and mirrored some of the Bobby Garland soft plastic colors in the Bandit 300 for crappie, and so
Oh,
that's what some of these are. So this is the Bobby Garland thread fin color, and so this was kind of a cool. It was a cool series. It's a neat deal. If you go out there and troll for crappie, this is a great trolling bait for crappie. Works great. I've actually done it, and we've caught quite a few crappie doing it. So, but yeah, chartreuse red glitter. That's one of the one of those. Those three there are definitely three that we had for that. So,
then the
then
graffiti craws.
mm,
Y'all saw these a while back. These are awesome. I'm surprised
mhm,
you have these left still. It's got like the oil slick deal on them. I think these turned out
mhm.
really neat.
There's not many. I don't think there's a whole lot of those left. I think that's going to be once you get
Especially that
these
one
sell out, they're gone. Oh yeah, that red one there is great. That's probably
and
one
the
of my
chartreuse.
favorites. Yeah, chartreuse is good too. And then some of the bone cross
Here it
series, the
is.
Bandit 100s.
Can't
Yep.
recommend enough. 100 or 200 size right there. It's kind of like
hmm
that khaki color y'all saw me crush them on earlier this year a couple different times.
That's another one you won't see again. That is one that's just a special run color,
The
and that's
khaki?
bone. No, this bone
Oh,
cross. Sorry,
I was gonna
this
say
bone
you
cross
better
serial
not be
killer here.
saying that.
Yeah, no, the khaki. Well, that's a khaki was one that we don't make on a regular basis. I think that's one that's Ben's very special,
I
special
like
run
that one.
deal, which we need to make that again. My own personal opinion. But I think
Some
it's a good
head
bait.
turners. Were these new?
Yeah, those were new last year. So basically, that was something that was released last year. In the crappie space. So yeah, it's great to have some of the new products that are actually listed in here as well. So you're going to get some for the crappie guys. Time it's relevant. This time of year, that's perfect bait. For it. Actually, it's one of the things that's in the Bacon Creek kit for this.
Yep.
For the November December kit, we have the head turner in there as well, which is good in the 1/16th. But yeah, these are great little baits, man. They're just something different, unique. For if you're swimming for crappie, you're actually not under a bobber necessarily. It's something that's gonna be moving, but it's pretty good. And then these right here, which are gonna be the brush off jig, just a weedless. So you get down in the brush, get in the junk. If you're gonna be just out there vertical, jigging for crappie or just getting into heavier cover under a float. Just a great way to keep from getting hung up
Those are
so
all out of
much.
stock.
Yeah. Oh, were
Yeah,
they
here's
gone?
some. Yeah, those are out of stock.
Well,
And then some jig heads. So like your
yep.
A-rig type jig head looking thing.
Those are Scottsboro. That's a Scottsboro. I don't know if you're familiar with the Scottsboro company that
Hmm.
they do the hand pour stuff. This is actually one of their jigs that we've just started carrying this last year. So
Oh, these are new.
um,
Oh, okay. I thought these were the A-rig ones.
no, these are actually a Scottsboro. Yeah, their Recon jig head.
Oh,
So it's a screw on. So you've got the screw on, the bait keeper there that
keeper.
actually is, yeah. So it just kind of keeps them. They work great for a rig. I mean, it's a great a rig, type of head as
Huh.
well. But it looks very similar to the ones that we have with our that come with our kits, the umbrella kits.
That's what I was thinking. Yep. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I was say. I
it
thought
looks
they
very
looked
similar.
familiar. Oh, so here, buy two, get one free. I noticed these are automatic. This
hmm
color, this is the exact one. Y'all just saw this picture. Throwing that
hmm
exact one. Oh, you guys haven't seen the video yet on the river. That'll be coming up.
Well, that's a Frank. So those first two there are Frank Scalish. Those are going to be ones that he painted. Those are some of the FX colors that he released last year that we did in the 200s and 300s on those. We had those colors, so those are just going to be the last little bit of those. I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of those left, and once they're gone, they're pretty much. I don't know that we're going to be bringing those into the line. I don't know at this point. So could be. I'm not gonna lie to you one way or the other. I'm not sure if we are or not.
Oh, Chris, I'm sorry. I was thinking that was the same one. I forgot. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
Well,
Humpback Rebel. Yeah, a lot of people still talk about the old Humpback Rebel.
yep, absolutely.
Yeah, sorry if you hear party and such. My wife's having their work friendsgiving thing here, so they're all partying, hanging out up there. They got charcuterie boards and wine, and it gets crazy when there's all that going on. So
They're gonna get loud for sure.
Let's see. Dustin said Normans are great, but they got an issue with being tuned out of the package.
If that ever
Handled that
happens,
part.
let us know. You can, email us and let us know that there's an issue. We definitely want to, we want to get that corrected if there's a problem like that for sure. Consistent problems like that we can get fixed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I feel like it just happens. Like for whatever reason, I bought. Actually, and that was with you, Dustin. Now that I say that, the first time was throwing the Rocco, uh, the Rapala, the Otts garage. I had like 3 of those, and every single one out of the package didn't swim right. I know, Dustin, you had the same issue when you tried that one I gave you, so that was kind of upsetting. But like the Otts flat side, I didn't have that issue with it. But like the
Hmm.
round nose one, so yeah, it just. I mean, I'll have. It seems like one out of every few that you got to tune. But if you know how to tune a crankbait, but yeah, if it's every one, that's an issue. Yeah, hit up
And we
Patrick.
can get that fixed if there's an issue. Yeah, like that. That's something that doesn't need to be happening for sure. But yeah, so these bombers, so these are the next gens, so the new colors, the new style bombers that we have out there. So I mean, and they're already at $4.99, but buy 2 get 1 free. I mean, that's a deal. You can't go wrong with that at all. And then also for the FX colors up there too. Can't go
Ray,
wrong.
there's going to be some giveaways, my friend. So I think there could be some Bank and Creek kit stuff. I don't know. Patrick said he's got a few things here for us, so there's
Yeah.
there's going to be some giveaways. Thank goodness he was
And I have
nice enough to
something
offer that up.
cool. I'm sorry, now that you're done there.
No, I
I've
think
got
there's a
something
slight
cool with
delay,
the
so we
Banking
keep talking over
Creek.
each other.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. There's gonna be something cool in the Banking Creek that I'm gonna be talking about here in a few minutes as well. So I
Oh,
think there's gonna be something fun that might inspire you to do it. So
boom. I can't say enough good stuff about this little thing either. Out of all the Rebel, I've tried all the Rebel things. I like the craw. It was
mhm.
cool. I haven't tried the grasshopper. I wanted to try that weightless. The little like not horsefly thing, but like the little
Yep,
larva
Creek
thing was
Creature.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
creek
Creek Creature.
creature.
Yep,
But this one, dude,
absolutely.
for
Yeah.
just a little do nothing, for whatever cold water, this thing has done amazing. I just had the
Yeah.
other day on the bank, just going out, it was 30 degrees. Water was, mid 40s. Catching them on this. I didn't think I was gonna catch
Yep.
anything. So
Whenever I
2
was
for 1 deal on
developing
these.
this bait here, that was my thought was, and this is kind of crazy, but my thought was I want to make a finesse version of a finesse bait, right? So I mean, the Ned rig is a finesse bait already, but this is
Mm.
like a finesse version of a Ned rig, of your
That's what it
TRD or
is. Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, I mean, so basically, just going to just a smaller version, a 2-inch version of the 2 3/4 inch bait that's out there with a little bit of texture. I wanted texture. I wanted cool colors. I wanted things that were going to look natural. That was my main goal with these, to make sure that we hit it. And I think we did a pretty good job on it.
Dakota bomber was your king. That's another one I don't throw. I don't throw the bombers a ton. I
Hmm.
used to. I used to throw. I've got a little Norman like 6-foot diver that used to be the deal for me back in the day. But I just kind of stopped throwing them, and yeah, Bandit's been the thing the past few years. That's good to hear.
Square, bombers between square A's to the fat free shads to there's so many good bombers that are out there that are just great baits.
Yeah, Tackle
They
Junkie will
really
tell
are.
you about the square. I think that was his PB
Uh,
lure.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, it's don't he definitely tells me about that because the color he loves, Tennessee shad, we don't make
Tennessee
anymore.
Red, yeah.
I've heard that many times. So
Well, hey,
yes,
sometimes you got to keep poking the bear to hopefully get some stuff changed.
eventually I'm just gonna have to bring some in to at least the Making Creek to get him to leave me alone about it.
Let's see. So the craw was cool. I did have luck on that. I didn't catch anything on this. I've thrown it a couple times, but I think that needs to go on like more of a finesse rig because I was really thinking like a Ned rig, but I could see this being like a sweet,
Hmm.
like red ear, green sunfish crusher. They like those
Hmm.
little buggy looking things.
Trout,
Trout, yeah,
phenomenal
I don't
trout.
do
It
trout. I know.
actually was great for trout. But no, and I'll say this: the Creek Creature is the one bait that catches everything. It's the one that literally, if you're not catching anything and you want to just catch something, throw the Creek Creature out there because it's going to catch fish. I mean, it just catches fish because they may not be the biggest fish in the that are out there, but you're going to catch fish. It's just going to get you active if nothing
Hmm.
else.
That's okay. This one, I really wanted to try this one weightless. I never got
Yeah,
around to it, but I think this could be a sick weightless little. Because I think you guys have
it
this one
is.
in the all black, right? If I remember right.
Yep, we do. I got a
Yeah,
black
the
gold.
black
So
cricket.
basically, I've got a
Yeah.
black gold on that one. Yeah, the belly of that's kind of a gold is a really a little darker gold on it, but yeah, it's a good one. Weightless, it does really really well. Yeah, just put your hook down. Just basically put put a smaller hook in it with the hook facing down, and it'll sit on the surface perfect. You can twitch it. It's great.
And these just got some of these in the last Bank and Creek. These little finesse swimmers.
Mm-hmm. I think it was the Smalley color. The Smalley color is the one that I threw in there, which is that first one. Yeah.
Those are neat. And then we've got, let's see, a few more rogues. Those are the Frank's colors, FX.
Mm-hmm. Yep, those FX
War
colors.
Eagle jig. So those were all buy two, get one free, and that's automatic when you throw them in your cart. Let's see, kits. Now this is interesting. I was looking through some of these. Half of these I didn't even know existed.
Right.
So some of these are on sale. So like some pad crashers.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? 3 pad crashers for $11. I'll take that.
Yep, you got a popper, you got a junior, and I think at a regular size. I think you got all 3 variations of pad crushers there. It's pretty good.
Popper
and
junior and regular. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mr. Jason Christie approved. You can't go wrong with that.
You got to get some then. Family fishing kit there.
Creek kit. That one's fun. Or the Rebel
family
everything kit. Yeah, family kit.
Yep.
I like those. Let's see what else. There's your umbrella. So that's what I was thinking. Those.
Yeah, they look very similar to the recon heads, but those just have a regular, little lead.
Regular, not the twist on screw lock.
Yep, just your standard.
The umbrella 3-wire kit. Christie critter. That's one that I've never ever caught fish on, like had confidence in. I've caught them on a brush hog. Yeah, I don't know why. The Christie critter and the Christie crawl. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. It's weird.
Have you thrown it?
I have. I've thrown them.
Well, it helps if you throw it. So that, I actually haven't thrown that. I haven't thrown that bait much at all. We've got too many baits. We got way too many different variations that I haven't really thrown that much either.
Yeah, and I think it's just I rely on I've got so many of like the little baby brush hogs from back whenever ago. I don't know. I rely on those. Hey, there's one that people were talking about.
Yep.
Well, we
I
are.
actually have some of those in my box over here that I could give away.
Ooh. Okay. We'll have to do some. Let's do one. Let's do a rolling giveaway now. Let's figure out.
Absolutely.
Oh, and where are you guys at? You're not in Fort Smith. You're in
Me?
No, PRADCO. You guys are in
Fort Smith.
Oh, is it still Fort Smith? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're located in Fort Smith. That's where all of our fishing is located. All of our distribution goes out of Birmingham, though. So I mean, like, all the products will come out of Birmingham. Yeah, just because that's where all of our DC handles for all of our hunting and fishing for everything just handles out of one location. So.
Okay, so let's see. First we do a critter. Let's do critter. Hashtag. Whoops. Hashtag critter. So could you do like a critter kit and throw in a few extras for?
I'll throw in some goodies. Yeah, I'll throw in some goodies on this. So I'll get you one of these kits, but I will definitely get somebody hooked up with quite a few different baits.
Yeah, let's say this one's like a more of a smaller finesse creek. That's what he'll do this one to, and I'll try to keep track.
Absolutely.
I'm not sharing here.
I'm actually going to have one more thing since we're on the same page after you get done with that one. We got one more that I'll do.
Okay, so oh my gosh. I remember my first time doing a live stream, trying to share here. There we go. Okay, so hashtag critter. So this will be, so don't enter it if you don't want finesse, like kind of do it all, multi-species type thing. So it'll be that kit. Plus, he'll throw in some more multi-species deals. So this one will be.
I'll get you hooked up. No, we'll definitely get you hooked up with stuff.
Classic.
We'll get you a BFS ultralights setup taken care of. So you'll be good to go for spring or for trout fishing or whatever you want to do.
Okay, so classic critters multi-species will be this first one.
Perfect.
Okay. So let's see. Subscribed. Jerry said been subscribed to the Bank and Creek kits. Hasn't been disappointed. Yeah, I've liked most all of the stuff in there too.
I'll say this. I love hearing that stuff. That is awesome. That really, really is awesome. Makes it worth all the work that goes into it.
Malone said got his son one of the Head and Spooks, the pillows. Pretty cool.
Cool. Got to get a Pop R one. You need to get the Pop R.
Jabberjaws. That's interesting. Yeah, I was talking to somebody else saying that those are become like I guess like an underground. Oh, maybe it was Rich, kind of like an underground classic now since 13 stopped making them. So there's been people like really looking for those. I never had any luck throwing them, but yeah, again, it's uh, oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Something in demand. What's the saying? Blank in demand. Supply and
What
demand.
supply and demand? Yes,
Yeah. Now there's no supply of them, so there's a huge demand. Everybody wants them now because they don't make them.
that's the way
Of
that's the way it
course.
works.
Let's see. Pick 6. Crushed on the fat-free shad. Yeah, I need to throw
Yep,
more of like those, the fat-free and that type.
yep. Fat free shad's a great. It's a great bait.
Rebel Shore Shiner looks good. Yeah. I've got some, Dakota. Next time we meet up, if we meet up next year, I've got some extra ones I can give you. Dakota's another Iowa boy. We actually got out to meet and
Yeah,
fish. Super nice guy. So always cool when I get to do that. Hang out with folks. Spinner baits, chatter baits. Yes. 7-inch swim bait. Oh, get it. What underspins? What underspins does everyone throw?
I can tell you the best one out there.
Go ahead.
I think it's the. I mean, I'm a little partial, but I really think that the Great Lakes finesse ones. It's for a
Hmm.
finessier. I mean, it's a lighter one, but it's by far my favorite one. You know, and I would throw it even if it wasn't one of our brands. I think it's a great underspin. It's a really
Yeah,
really
for
good
finesse
underspin.
stuff, it's a really neat little
Yep.
underspin. If you want something a little bit heavier hook,
Hmm.
um, depends. It's really hard to beat like a flashy swimmer if you're around a bunch of brush. You want
Yep.
something a little bigger, just so you're not getting snagged all the time. Open hook.
Hmm. One
Oh,
thing that
I
you
don't know.
can think that
Open hook.
you may not realize that we do. We have the War Eagle. We actually have an underspin in War Eagle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have a War Eagle underspin, and it's actually really good. It
I
actually
had
is
no
really good.
clue.
It's not out there a whole lot. You're probably not going to see it in a lot of stores, but you can get them on Lurenet. Lurenet actually has them.
Huh.
But it's a good underspin. It's a heavier weight, so basically it's a heavier weight version. Not really not really what you're going to get with the. Hey,
Hey,
congratulations,
Lindsay, perfect
Lindsay.
winner. Lindsay, I know will use those. She's always trying out cool new stuff. What was it, Lindsay? Did you get the I think it was a bandit, right? Was that what it was? You got the bandit that I recommended and you were catching them on it? Was that you? I think that was you. Lindsay, so okay, you have to be present to win because you'll have to email me your stuff and then I'll vet you out and then I'll send Patrick your
Mhm.
information and stuff, and then you'll just send them right from you, right, Patrick?
Yep, I'll send them. I actually have them all
Okay.
here, so I will actually send them myself. So
Yeah, there's Lindsay. She said, "Yep, the bandit." That's what I thought.
awesome.
The wild thing color, right, Lindsay? I think she got the wild thing bandit that I was doing well on this year. That is a sweet, different looking color. Okay, so Lindsay, let me write it down so I don't forget you. Ah, come back. So Lindsay, hit me up on the Instagrams or email me, debosfishing@gmail.com, and I will get get your info over to Patrick. Words are hard tonight, my goodness.
All
Okay,
right,
so what else do we got? So there'll be some more giveaways coming here. What we got,
I got
Patrick?
one more giveaway.
Okay.
This doesn't exist yet, so
Oh.
this isn't out yet. But what it is basically that the Pond and Creek kit, which is the Rebel Live Flex soft plastic kit. This is
Mm-hmm.
the bigger version of that kit that's coming out. You should be seeing those out probably in the next. I would assume we're going to have those by the beginning of the year, but I want to give one of these away if we can.
Okay.
If you guys
Absolutely.
be interested in it. So it's a good another finessey kind of deal, but especially for something that doesn't exist yet, it's you can't always get that before they come out. So
Let's see. Let's just do. Nobody guessed it.
what?
This one was kind of hard. Usually, everybody's trying to guess what the hashtag's going to be when I get ready to do
Hmm,
a giveaway. So this one's hashtag kit. So this will be the
perfect.
kit. So let's see. While we're waiting for this to roll, I'm going to share. So hashtag kit if you want to be entered in for that kit. And I don't know. Can you throw in something else with it? Something
Oh yeah,
fun?
no, I'll be throwing some stuff in. This will just get you started, and I'll be throwing in some other
Sweet.
stuff that's going to go with it too. So now
Okay.
I'll hook up whoever wins these.
I appreciate that, brother.
I got a whole box of stuff that you wouldn't believe how much bait I have, and I probably need to get rid of some. So
Hey, that's a good problem to have on the channel here. So while we're waiting for this, so keep entering if you want to be entered for that kit, and he's going to throw in some other cool stuff for you. I'm going to stop sharing this. We will come back to it, but I'm going to share this. So Patrick and I were talking beforehand, and you accidentally got a sneak peek there earlier. But Patrick, tell us about the new Rebel hats y'all got coming out.
Yeah, so basically doing a little bit different thing. So I actually have 18 different Rebel hats that we've developed and created to give something new and different that's out there that we haven't done before. So really generally what you're going to see with a lot of our brands are going to be it's just one hat. You're going to have like a Rebel logo on it or a Booyah logo on it, or just different ones. It's not going to be much beyond that. So what I did is went ahead and try to go in and create something that's going to be a wide range of different styles, different looks, different colors, different looking things that are going to be a lot more along the lines of something that you'd want to wear just because it's a cool looking hat, rather than
More
just
modern.
having to be something that's going to, it's just a good looking hats. So really, these are actually in production right now. They should be. I'm hoping that we're going to have these maybe mid-December, and so you should start seeing these come in into the line. Yeah, that's cool. Start seeing these show up on Lurenet here. Hopefully, in December, maybe early January, somewhere in there. But lots of different options. So you got lots of Richardson 112s. These are all going to be like Richardson's or legacy hats. So top tier, nice, high quality hats that we're doing. So then got some unstructured hats down here at the bottom. Just some cool stuff that's going to be I think something that's really going to be different that people are going to like. So that's the goal. That's the whole plan. Just giving something a little bit of variety for lots of different styles that everybody so people can find something that they would want to wear or really enjoy. So,
and you got a bunch of them. Yeah, I am chat. What do y'all think? Everybody watching, I think, what do we have for how many people we got in here? 193. So this will be a good kind of test. What do y'all think? What's your favorite? As I was going through, I just kind of gave Patrick my unbiased opinion. Like, okay, first look, I really like this one. I don't know why. Just that color scheme with the popper, I think, is sick. And then I think a lot of these other ones, like, yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I would wear any of these. This one was kind of tied for the Rebel popper hat. Mm-hmm. But then for me, I think the winner, this one was like, oh, dude, red, white, and blue Rebel. This one just like screams old school look with like new hat, except cut the dumb rope off. I don't know why that's been a fad now. Cut the dumb rope off. I'll do that.
I see somebody saying something about visors. Yeah, visors, if that's something that people like, I can do that too. I really probably need to do some visors. That would be an awesome thing.
You don't do it the right way if you don't get a hat and then cut it like Rich does, like hella best. Get the hat and cut it to make your visor. Yeah.
Okay,
that's the right way to do it.
That's one way to do it. I'll just say that.
What do y'all think? What all did you guys like? And then so when he was talking about the types, if you don't know Richardson, so the 256 is going to be your all encased, like it's not the mesh back, it's your all fabric hat with the flat bill.
It's like that all the way around. So it's camo all the way around, doesn't have the meshy back on it. Yeah. And then the 112.
Yeah, your normal 112 will have the mesh back.
Mm-hmm. Like
112. Like this.
What I've got on.
Yeah, same. This is exactly the 112. And then the 256, that's like the rope.
Yep.
Regular.
That'll be solid all the way around too. So that'll be solid all the way around those as well. So the red and the blue one there.
112, 115. So yeah. So what are these?
The 115, that's a cool. I threw that in there because guys with little heads like me, a 115 is a low profile. It's a Richardson. It's just like the regular 112, except that the profile is shorter.
Shorter crown.
It doesn't go up. Yeah, so it doesn't go up quite as high because it doesn't fit everybody. A 112 isn't perfect ideal for everyone. So 115 is just a low profile version. And so just, I prefer a 115 personally, but they don't make as many options of colors and all. So I did throw one in there just to try to make it a little bit better. But this is one that people may not be familiar with. This OFA, which is, it's a legacy hat. Legacy is a brand and it's an awesome brand. It's a really, really good brand. But what it is that this is like a trucker style hat. That OFA stands for Old Favorite. It's an Old Favorite trucker hat is what it is. But this is the kind of hat that looks like you have rolled it up in your, and put it in your back pocket and sat on it for about a week. And then it has no structure. They're soft front, so there's no structure in the front. It's still a mesh back, so it just gives you that old broken in hat feel to where it's not a structured, real rigid hat, but just gives you that comfortable hat kind of feel. But still looks really cool. Really a trendy hat, a really good looking hat. Just something I think that people will really like.
Cool. Those are fun. Let's see. Chat. What are y'all thinking? Fitted. Yeah, that would be my only other thing. I do love a fitted, but I know those are hard to deal with because then you got to have 10 of each
Stuff.
size and how many sizes. Yeah, it's like from a
Unless you do
production
like the
standpoint.
ones that are the multi, the ones that
Oh,
kind
the
of
stretchy.
elastic, the stretchy ones. But I'm not a big fan of those. They never fit tight. They
Yeah,
don't
I agree.
stay on your head. That's always a challenge. One thing I didn't mention though, I did want to mention on these is that all of these patches that are on these hats, I'm going to have those available as well. Those are going to
Oh,
be
cool.
available to be. You could buy just the patch, and I've got some that are going to be able to have Velcro on the back as well. So you're going to have Velcro back patches, and then just regular patches that we're going to sell as well. So just some cool options for people. You can throw one of these on a on a Velcro backpack or on a tackle bag or something that's got Velcro on it. So just wanted to kind of make it where something a little bit different. Something pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you still have the red Rebel hoodies with the Pop R on them?
Well,
Uh-oh.
like that right there.
Whoa, there it is, right
I have
there.
one to give away.
Uh-oh.
It's
Give one
not very
away, bro.
big. That's the only thing I'm going to qualify it with. I've only got a medium, so hopefully. But that is literally probably the very last one that we have. We don't have any more of those. But as popular as that sweatshirt has been, I'm thinking about bringing them back and bringing another run of those because I think that's it was a good one that everybody loved. Everybody wanted those. It was a really good one. So, and let me know if that's a sweatshirt that you guys would like to see. I'd love to know that because it helps me to say, yep, let's bring some of those back. We can bring that back for another run.
Yeah, good question here. What's the cost on those going to be?
Oh, which ones? These hats here?
The hats. Yep.
I'm making those as affordable as possible. I'm trying to make sure that we're going to be right around $24.95.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's pretty.
I
I'd
think
say pretty normal
reasonable
for a hat.
price for a premium hat. Absolutely. I think $24.95 is the goal, or $24.99 more than likely is what I'm looking for.
Dad
But
hats. Yeah, they are kind of dad hat looking. Hey, some of us are old, so
yeah, well, those ones, the ones you like, those are called grandpa hat. Like they it's like one of the things they have in there's grandpa hat or something is the way that they classify them or something. Yeah.
yeah. Hella's definitely not a 115. He's got a big old noggin.
Yeah, you get too high of a forehead.
Ooh, here's a cool one. I don't know about this. Question: Can you bring back the OG bandit hats with the raccoon on it?
Hang on, just stick around.
Oh,
Just
Dustin.
just hold on for a little while. I'm not gonna spill it. That's not my brand. So I'm not gonna spill any secrets, but you're gonna be happy with something here. Here's coming up soon.
Ooh,
So
all the
just
cattle medicine.
stay tuned, I guess. Yeah.
Let's see. Kids. Gators. Gator says, "Kid size Gators. What's up, man? How are you?" Yes, bring it back. So yeah, they look well received. A lot of Mana dipper. Any manners? Hashtag kid. Okay, let's see where we're at for the giveaway. But yeah, I think overall feedback, I didn't see anybody saying, "Oh, we don't want any cool looking rebel hats." None of that. Let's see. Where are we at?
Let's give a kid away. Absolutely.
Okay, so all right, here we are. I am sharing it. Okay, doing the giveaway thing. Kuda's in here. Kuda, you in there lurking? I haven't seen you. Andy, Mr. Andy Leonard. Damn, that's a big old fish there, brother. Andy Leonard, are you in here, my friend? Let's see. Must be present to win. If you are, email me, DEBO'S at
there he is.
gmail.com. He's here. Okay, Andy, let me write you down real quick.
Oh, Debo, you're talking about that big fish there. The that catercrawler you actually in your last video were having a lot of luck on with the out of the kit. That we were shooting a video for I think it was for one of the kits. I think it was for the kit itself, and we were at a pond, just a local pond, and my cameraman was over there shooting, or I'm not my cameraman, the guy that does the videos for a lot of the Bank and Creek stuff. He was doing some of the Rebel things, and he got a 7-pound, 11-ounce largemouth on that catercrawler. So I mean, it catches big fish too. So small fish, big fish, it catches a little bit of everything. So it was kind of cool to be able to see that working well for just for the big fish too, which is cool.
It's the skunk eliminator.
That's right.
Got some spooks. Y'all know I'm a fan of the spooks, both the junior and the boyo. These aren't boyos, but and don't worry that they're saltwater. I still throw those for regular too. I've actually got
It's
one
just
right
the
over there
hooks.
that I just cut off.
The
Yeah,
only
it's just
difference
the
is the
hooks.
hooks on them. Yeah,
Yep.
no, it's just, and there's nothing wrong with the hooks. It's just they're good for saltwater. So
Bunch of the Cordell. I don't see any. Oh, here. There's some super spots. Love me the super spot.
it's a pack. Yep, Big O. It's a Big O and a super spot pack. That's a good one actually.
Some more of the big O's, some crazy shads, some bombers. We got more frogs.
The Booyah.
Some booyah. Okay, so whole bunch of kits out there you can look at. There's the little Pawnee Creek
That's
kit.
the ultimate. It's out of stock. You see that because we don't have it yet.
Oh,
That's
there
the
you
one
go. Somebody's getting that
gave
giveaway.
away. Yep, absolutely. So I've got one of the some of the very few that exist here. So
What are these? I haven't looked at this. Oh my.
the cheat code, is that what where you're at?
Yeah,
Where
cheat
you're
code
at?
bundles. What are these?
Yes. All
Am
right.
I
So
sharing?
this is something I
Oh,
did
yeah.
want to talk about. So these cheat code
Okay.
bundles are really, really cool. And so what this is it's a bundle that's put together that's really it's seasonally relevant,
Oh,
and so
okay.
it's something that's very targeted for different, whatever scenarios you are. This top water bundle, it's very picked out for the colors, the baits, everything about it was picked specifically for this time of year. But also these are great for gifts. So this is like a great thing. We kind of threw these together, put these together, selected the products, built these kits out for gift giving, really for leading into the holidays, for Black Friday, going into Christmas, just having something that somebody can get and know that it's a good set of products. You don't have to know what you're doing, and you can just buy them and be able to get them for somebody that may do whatever you're looking at, jerk baits, crappie, topwater, whatever it is. But they're really, really cool. It's something different that we've done this year that we haven't done before, specifically like this. So they're really neat, and they're good products that are in there. I mean, you've got
it's just really the good stuff kind of bundled up to. Oh, hey, now we're talking.
Yep.
I already see some bandits up here.
That's your crankbait, crankbait collection there, and that covers that selection of crankbaits covers everything. I mean, it covers everything you want. Yeah, that's a good kit. That's a really, really good kit for a little bit of everything, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you got shallow, you got your square bill, you got your speeds, you got your bombers.
If you're a cranker,
your bandits.
that's a cranker's kit right there.
Lavender shad, awesome color. Spinners. Oh, hey, now we're talking. I like this one. That's exact combo to what I would throw. Like either the Yum sonar minnow,
that 3-inch sonar. Is that the one you're putting on there usually?
Yep.
That's
usually my go-to 90% of the time, I'd say. I just run a straight tail anymore.
Yep. Me too. On a spinnerbait, if I'm doing any kind of, the War Eagle finesse, or even a regular size War Eagles, or on the coverts, I'm generally throwing a 3-inch Scottsboro on there because the colors are great. They
now, what size are these though? It doesn't say.
It'll tell you if you go to customize. If you click on that customize right there, it gives you the breakdown. So you got a 1/2 ounce.
Oh, okay.
3/8 ounce. So it gives you variety there of the different ones that you'd want to go with it. So. That's FF sonar. The sonar minnow on the Yum has got to be a 3-inch. I know it would be. It wouldn't be anything bigger than that. It doesn't say on that description down there, but it definitely is going to be that.
But so that's interesting. So why does it let you?
I'll tell you that because
I had to build it.
Our system works that way.
Okay.
It's it's built. This is built out to be where you could have various different ones you could select from and all that, but it doesn't work exactly the way you'd want it to. So it's really, this is built out to be the bundle created like this.
Boom. Here's everything you get.
Yeah, it's just a better way to make it all work, make it come together. So it looks a little funny, but it's how it has to be. If you unclick anything, you're not going to get it. So I definitely wouldn't unclick it.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, don't unclick. Just take it as it is.
Yeah, just select it. And we even covered walleye here, so which is pretty cool, because I think that walleye sometimes gets ignored to a degree.
This gives me nightmares.
Oh, why is that?
Of trolling with dad, sitting in the boat, twiddling my thumbs, trolling minnows and worms and stuff.
And I know nothing. I'm probably gonna make myself sound like a fool because I'm not a walleye troller kind of guy. So, but you know a whole lot more about it than I do. But
I knew enough as I needed to, and I knew that I didn't ever want to troll for a walleye anymore.
But yeah, just good kits. I think that this is something that the Black Friday is something different that we've done. I really like this. I think this was a really
That's
good
cool.
packaged up way to give people something that could be a gift giving type of deal, which is not always easy for people who don't know. So anybody
Right.
that's in here, this is something you can throw over to the wife or to the girlfriend, to whoever, and say, you know what, that that the top water kit would be great. That's kind of the whole point, the whole idea behind it. So,
Now
and then
apparel.
apparel.
Let's see, we had questions on apparel and stuff. And I completely forgot to say you can use my code. It does work on some of this stuff. Debo
Yeah,
15. I don't think I have it up here anywhere, but yeah, Debo 15 does save you 15% on a lot of this stuff. So a
right.
little
Yeah,
bit
and
comes back to
sometimes
me
on
if you
some of
use
the
it.
ones that are on sale, it doesn't let you double dip sometimes, but it may or may not. I just check it. I mean, use it, try it, because if it does, great. Use it if you can.
You got some
But
good stuff here. I like this. I got some of those.
mhm,
I actually just made a apparel order. I got one of the Booyahs.
mhm.
I got
You one of the black
this.
booyahs? Did you see
The
the black on black down here?
I
Like,
did. Yeah, that one looks cool. I think I just
it's
got the
pretty cool.
regular black and
They are
white, if
pretty
I
cool.
remember.
That black on black is pretty cool. The Great Lakes Finesse one's pretty cool too. And then the Booyah gray on gray is good as well. That one looks pretty good. And that Rebel shirt right
Definitely
there,
got a
man,
War
that's
Eagle.
phenomenal.
Definitely got. Actually, do I have that on right now?
Yeah, you got it on under.
I think. Oh no, I got my Hawkeye. Which God, I was embarrassed. That's why I threw this on. I had my Hawkeye shirt on under it, and I thought I was going to be embarrassed to wear it if they lost to Michigan State, who hasn't beat a Big Ten team yet. But they
Mm.
pulled it out. They won. Hawkeyes won by a field goal. So at the end,
They pulled it out
thank goodness
at
they
the
pulled it
very,
out.
very end. Yeah.
I did get one of these. It doesn't look like those
Mhm.
are on sale. These must be new though, and these
Brand
are
new. Those just released. Yeah.
yeah, these are freaking new area, dude. I didn't realize these were the new era, like the warm up hoodies.
Yeah. We got
These are
we
sick.
got some good apparel. I will say that our apparel, we've stepped up our game on a lot of the apparel stuff that we're doing. So the quality of the products that you're going to be getting are really good. Like all of this Rebel shirt, the Rebel sweatshirts that you have on right now, are the performance style, sport tech style, performance, shirts. So you got Chris Jones in that picture. That's interesting.
Catching some big old fish out there.
Oh yeah.
Hooking up, what is that? A Christy crawl? Looks like maybe. Oh no, that's a bit. What is
Maybe a
that?
biffle bug. I'm not sure. I can't even tell what that is.
Let's see. This is how
It looks like
I
a
go
biffle.
through. This is how I go
Scott,
through Instagram trying to find spots to fish. I do this and just.
I think it's the skitter. Is it what denounce
Oh yeah, the
the skitter? I don't even know. And what does that tell you?
I don't know.
The bait formerly known as a biffle bug.
Formerly known as a biffle. Now I did say I ordered one of these, and I'm kind of in between usually, like an extra large and a
Mm-hmm.
large.
Mm-hmm.
But this one I ordered extra large, and it's kind of a tighter.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
It
like
does
feel
runs a
to it.
little smaller. It does.
Yeah,
It does
it's
run a
more of
little
like
smaller. This
a
is a large, and I'm
slim
the
fit.
same way. I can go between a medium and a large, and this large is definitely what I needed. So yeah, it's more of a performance. It's a hooded. So you look at this. I don't think we show that very well, but it's a hooded shirt, performance style shirt. So it's definitely got a little bit tighter fit.
And this
And then
one, I
same.
freaking love this one. You guys killed it with that design, and I want that rebel hat to go with it, the red one. That'll
Oh
be
yeah,
sweet.
that'd look good, wouldn't it? That'd be a good combo. I could
So yeah,
probably
they
make
got
that happen.
some apparel, some Great Lakes hats. Yeah, I like seeing the apparel being stepped
Oh,
up.
scroll down there a little bit. Again, I'm going to show
Oh
you
yeah,
something that's a little bit different than we've done. If you look at the heading one, so that blue one right there next to the hat, right there,
oh,
that
like the
right
old
there,
gas station work shirt.
that is a button-up fishing style shirt with a heading like a embroidered deal on it. Pretty cool shirt. So
Hmm,
I think that's a really it's a different shirt than what we've done. We don't normally have button-up fishing style shirts, but it's a cool shirt.
that's
But
pretty neat.
yeah, it's it's a little different than just a logo shirt than you're going to see like on a t-shirt or something like that. It's just stepped it up a little bit. Still short sleeve, but it's good. It's a good shirt. It's good fishing. That quick dry kind of fishing style shirt.
Like the real thin.
Yeah, synthetic. To where same stuff that you would have like on a hook or however you want to say it. However you
Yep.
say it. Now, one thing you have to tell
Holiday.
everybody about is the giveaway, the holiday
Okay,
giveaway.
what we got
We're not
here?
trying to sell you anything right there. All you're doing is you're getting to try to sign up to win a Great Lakes Finesse rod. You're going to win a bait bag, the bait terminal bag, the
Oh yeah,
terminal
like the
wallet.
yeah, wallet type. Yep.
and then a selection of the best selling baits in there. It's like a $500 value. So you sign up on that. It's like it'll set you up. I think that you'll get signed up, and you have an option, I think, to sign up for the newsletter as well, just to kind of see what new stuff we got coming out and all that. So that's kind of the whole gist. So, but
I love fishing at lurenet.com as the example here.
It's funny is that I know the person who probably would have put that in there, and that's very much his personality.
Well, there you go. Sign up. Yeah, heck yeah, that's a bunch of good stuff. I know. I think Paul got one of the rods, and he said the rod is absolutely badass. The what is it, GLX or whatever they call it, or GLF?
Yeah, it's a GLF, and I don't know what the actual numbers are on it or what they're called. I've actually had one. I had one, and I fished with it, and it's great. I think for throwing the finesse little baits. Hank Parker.
That's the button up, the old Hank Parker style. That was everybody then. Everybody wore the button up, collared. It's just like the old days. That's what I was just talking to this with somebody that I work like at my actual job, like real life stuff, not just fishing. But is like it's crazy how like you look back at like the 1920s and how nicely dressed everybody was, and then how culture slowly starts changing. Then you get into these different dress, and you look at now versus then. It's like crazy what's acceptable, even from like when I was in high school. Because they were always like, oh, if you have any tattoos, you won't get a job in corporate America. And it's like, hell, everybody you look at has arm tattoos and stuff now. So it's crazy. But anyway, that's my rant. Yes, everybody used to wear the button-up old school fishing shirts. So, is the Heddon one vintage? I would imagine so.
It is. I think it is. I'm not. I don't have one personally. I need to get one, but I'm pretty sure that it is a vintage style, like what you would get with like a Huck or any kind of like Columbia style or one of those that has the venting in it. It's that style of shirt, so I'm sure it probably is.
Yeah, it'll keel. The other thing that's not fun about catching walleye is once you hook one, it feels like a wet towel. That's how walleye fight to me. Now all the people are going to come out hating me. I will say though, if you get on a good walleye crank and bite, it is a lot of fun. Dad and I got one of those. God, that's been years ago on the Mississippi. We found a hole and we were throwing. I still remember I was throwing some. It was a Gary Yamamoto crankbait that I randomly had because I didn't have anything that was going to dive deeper. And we ended up finding that hole and just crushed them cranking. And that was like, I don't know, 15 fish, 20 fish in an hour, something like that. It was just like a window of then done. But yeah, that was a damn good time. But yeah, sitting there trolling. Gosh, no, I can't do it.
Yeah, trolling for walleye. The only walleye I've ever caught have all been like on swim baits, like Scottsboroughs, or like if I'm throwing something that I'm trying to catch smallmouth and I happen to catch a walleye. That's usually how I've caught walleye when I'm mainly up in Canada. But
yep, the spinner worms or a drop minnow rig or whatever, like a bouncer minnow rig. Oh my gosh, no, I'll pass. Mayors, dude, yeah, the Mayors. They did an awesome job on those. Check out the jerkbait kit. Yes, they did have some cool jerkbaits. Oh yeah, this was something that somebody asked me to do. A Lurenet advent calendar. You guys gonna do one of those?
That would be cool. That would be. I will say that I'm the person who's looked at that the most. I actually had a couple of years there that I was really trying to make that happen. It's more challenging than you think it would be.
Oh, I bet.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into that.
To fit like lures, and then like trying to ship that would just be.
Well, it's not even that. The hard part is this, because you get people lures and get people, like unless you want to give people somebody a sticker one time, when they open it up. I mean, the cost when you start looking at going into, so take it down to even 12 days. So you take 12 days of Christmas and do it that way. If you try to do the whole month of December, you're talking there's the cost of the thing would be crazy because by the time you put hard baits, everything else in there, it would get very expensive. And so, it's just a matter of doing it where it gives you good value to the person, but also has something that's good. So that's the challenge.
See, I'm not the only one. Dustin agrees. Yeah, I would say a wet towel, wet sock. Yep.
Well,
what lures am I planning to throw tomorrow? I really want to get on a jerkbait bite. I actually just tied on one of those flash points, one of the little the junior deep diving. I know when Patrick said those were coming out, I was like, dude, those are going to be perfect around here. So that's my, if I would bet on it, I'm going to have that locked in my hand most because I've not gotten on a good jerkbait bite, and now's the time. So
how deep's that pond, or that little lake that you fish usually?
Which one? I don't know which one.
Well,
You're
I don't know.
talking
Or how deep is it you're normally going to be fishing out there? Are you getting down like 10 foot, 8 foot?
about. Yeah, I was thinking that because that'll go about 8 foot, right? That's where I'm.
Yeah, that's going to be about where you're at.
Okay, yeah, because my Chris's buddy was out there on the lake that we're going to and said they were hanging out at like the 10-foot mark. So I'm hoping
perfect.
that'll be the ticket. If not, I don't know. I'll play with it. I've got all kinds of different jerk baits. You know, I might have to go with like a Berkeley Stunna. I do like that those really, really slowly sink if you want a slow sinking. So I don't know. We'll have to try it out. I know Chris said the water was pretty dirty too. So if that's the case, I might not be jerk baiting at all. If it's less than a foot of visibility, we'll see. But
that big Colorado, that covert Colorado you just got.
I was just gonna say. Somebody said, who was it? Somebody said, did I go past it? Walleye. Oh, dude, yeah, that's a different story. They fight like a wet towel, but taste freaking amazing. There's a place here, one of the kind of fancier restaurants. I say fancier, and it's like probably a normal restaurant, but it's fancy to me because I don't go out and eat. But they do a walleye encrusted in Captain Crunch. So it's, you know, instead of the normal breading like cracker or whatever, they crush up Captain Crunch and do on it. Oh my God, dude. It's like sweet, but they put this like, it's not like a Lowry's, but it's like some sort of like season, I guess just a season, some sort of seasoning with it. So it's kind of this sweet with like a little bit of spice and salty. Oh my gosh, they are amazing. Yeah, right here, Band Fishing Okie. Got it done for me tonight. That was exactly what I was to say. That's going to be my other go-to if the water's dirty, is slow rolling some of these. An ounce. See, this is Hank's. Bass Geek would be like, oh yeah, that's my shallow. That's my shallow spinnerbait, an ounce.
Well, he's like 30-foot visibility on what he's doing now.
Yeah, shallow is 30 foot when I fish deep on about 120 feet.
Yeah. Well, hey, I've got one more thing that it isn't listed in here in the Black Friday that's going to be coming up. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of mention this at least. But one thing that we're doing it's going to start December 1st. So I know that earlier somebody was talking about, that the Bacon Creek kit sounded, looks pretty good. Might have to do that. Something that we're going to be doing from December 1st through I'm going to say through Christmas. We're going to be doing, anybody who signs up for a Bacon Creek subscription is going to get a $25 Lurenet gift card back. So basically you're going to pay $36 for the subscription, and then you're going to get a $25 back, gift card for Lurenet. So it's something that's going to be kind of cool. I think it'd be a good thing. So if you're, thinking about doing a subscription on the Bacon Creek kit, wait until December 1st. That way you get a $25 gift card coming back, and anything on Lurenet, $35 or more is free shipping anyway. So basically you spend $10 more, you get free shipping, and you basically have spent $10 for whatever you've gotten on there. So pretty good deal. I think it's a pretty good deal. Something to, get people, something for Christmas. You can keep the kit for yourself and give the $25 gift card, or give both to somebody, or keep both for yourself, whatever you want to do. So
Douglas, I'll tell you one of the best cheat codes, especially since we're talking with Lurenet right here. I don't know if there's any sales on them. I didn't see any, but my buddy Randizzle got me hooked on them. And I have fished them ever since he kept beating the snot out of me with them. Is if you go over to War Eagle and look at their heavy finesse jig, that is a cheat code anytime, anywhere, cold water, warm water. He has made me a believer. But yeah, they've got some cool colors. This one's my favorite. Whoops, I thought I clicked that one. Yep.
The purple.
Green pumpkin purple. Yep. But that's $79. That's a 2-pack too. So that's not just one. You get 2 jigs in there for $8. If you can find it on sale, you could use my code DEBO15, get you 15% off, and they're great all year.
That is one of those baits that just, it does. Like you said, they catch fish. They just catch fish no matter when you're throwing them. It's a great bait. That really is a good bait.
Yeah, I was laughing. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you talking. I was laughing at Jim's
I saw that
comment here. Walmart with Captain Crunch. Can you eat fish and shred the roof of your mouth still? Yes. Boom. Yeah, the thing with me was I despised about Captain Crunch was if I would be eating it and I have to do something and come back, and then it's like It's like wet toilet paper when you put it in your mouth. If it's sat for too long, it just mushes. Oh,
It's
I do
terrible.
not like mushy, milk-soaked cereal. I'm not one of those people. Just enough cereal to cover it, and yeah, Tupac. It's gone. Those jigs have gone missing. Tupac of them. So just bought those 2-pack. Yeah, 2-pack of the War Eagle jigs, Francisco. That's right. So yeah, that one. Let's see. What else? Do we have anything else that you had that wasn't on here?
I don't know of anything that's going to be specific. Specific words are hard tonight. Specific. That's going to be coming out. I think we got most of the stuff on there. I don't know that we're doing a whole lot of just daily flash sales like we have before, but there may be some stuff popping in here and there. Here and there that they come up. But yeah, we kind of threw it all out there. I think for the most part this year.
Yeah, I've got Frank. There's a number of companies that have some cool sales. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, I've never tried a Denali rod. I'm gonna have to go look at those because I've been saying forever I'm gonna get one, and they came out with that new. I forget which one it was, but they came out with a new one that looked pretty dang sick. I think was that this year? I think this year actually might have been an iCast release deal. But are you gonna be at the Classic this year? You're going, right?
Me?
Yeah, because aren't you the one?
Okay. I'm in charge of. Yeah, no, they've somehow decided to make me head up the ship on that deal this year. So yes,
dude, I'm going down. So
well, I'm going to be hitting you up. I'm going to be hitting you up and this is something Debo doesn't even know this yet. So this will be. I'm going to be hitting him up to be coming to the booth and try to be there to maybe meet and greet some fans there at the booth. Anybody that's at the show. So you and I'll have to kind of work that out to where you get you in there and be able to meet some people and shake hands, slap. What is it? What they
slap babies?
Slap babies and kiss hands. Something like that. But yeah, just get in there and spend a little time, meeting Debo and talking and be that'd be great. So
I would definitely be down to hang out. I would love to. Maybe I'll bring a few custom painted lures with me ahead of time. I might get with you to get some blanks and do some customs there. Maybe we could do like some random giveaways as people come up or something. I don't know. That'd be great. Cool to do.
Well, Frank will be there, so I'll have Frank there. I'll have Bill dance there.
Hell, I'm not doing that then if Frank's going to be there.
Well, Frank's going to be there signing. He'll be autographing lures, so we'll be having him autograph some of the lures lure that he's designed, and maybe we'll have to do that for a Debo too. You never know.
Frank will be like, "Oh, these are cute, Debo. Did a kid paint these?" And I'll be like,
"Oh no, Frank's. Frank. He would still tell you it looked great even if he didn't like it."
Right. Oh, these look great, dude.
These are.
Oh my God! Did you see that? Did the kid paint it? Holy crap!
No. But I think it'd be great. So we'll have a lot of people there at the booth. But I would love for Debo to be one of the people. So I mean, hopefully there'll be some people here that'll be going to Tennessee are in here, and maybe be able to show up and see Debo. It looks like there were some questions.
Yeah, Rich. I forgot.
I've seen Rich. I've seen him at the Classic the last 2 years. I think the last 2 years I've seen Rich.
Here was one. Oh, and you guys are going, dude. That's awesome. Jim, we got to get our ice. So Jim was one of the guys, him and Rob, bless him, even though Rob's an ignorant Minnesota Gophers fan. Still like him. He was a nice guy. I'm going to meet up with those guys this year to do some ice fishing because they were a hoot. So they live up in the Minnesota region. So get to meet up with those guys. And yeah, dude, if you guys are down there, what I would like to do is, because I think Jeff and Paul are going to go to the Classic this year.
Mm-hmm.
Hank, I think, might be there. There's a few different people that I think might be there. So we might try to plan like a subscriber meetup where all of us are just together. So like me, Paul, Rich, like if Rich is going to be there and we can get him in, Bass Geek, and just all of us like have a spot to meet up. So it's like, because that's what we were talking about is so often when we're in these lives, we see so many of the same people, supporting all of us, which is freaking awesome. And then, maybe there's some people that know me that don't know Jeff and Paul or vice versa. Somebody that knows Rich but doesn't know, Bass Geek or something like that.
Well, if you guys get that set up, you let me know because I want to be a part of that too. If nothing else, I'll be there to be a fan and to shake hands with everybody. So,
oh yeah,
it'd be great.
We would love it. So yeah, Jim, have to let me know. But here was the question. This is interesting. I don't know that I've heard from you. How did Patrick get into the fishing industry, the fishing business?
I'm just lucky, honestly. This I won't say lucked into it because I was looking to do it. I actually owned my own business for 23 years. Had a printing and marketing company that owned and operated for 23 years. COVID came along and decided to, give everybody a hard time and not really do anything in the, in the trade show industry and some of the stuff that I was, focusing on. And so, was forced to go in and say, what do I want to do now that I've, when I grow up? And, took a little bit of time off and then just, turned around and said, I'm going to do something I want to do. I'm going to go do something I'm passionate about. I've always loved fishing. I've always enjoyed it. I'd love to be into that industry. And luckily, at the same time that I started looking around, PRADCO was looking for somebody that had the skill set that I had with, having owned my own business, having, had a marketing background, but also just, being able to do like handling the Banking Creek. Like I developed the Banking Creek program, like that program was something that they didn't have, that I initially came on to create a subscription Banking Creek style program, for them. And that was kind of the initial, way that I started working, at PRADCO, and then just kind of evolved over that, over the last 4 years, just going, okay, I've done this, so now give me something else, and just so kind of just progressed into doing the Banking Creek. I handle all of the, I'm obviously the brand manager for Rebel Lures. Manage all of that, bring new products, develop new products. But then luckily with Banking Creek, I actually get to develop products for all the brands. So I'd be able to create colors and create, I won't say like the Helgramite. You're talking about the Helgramite. That was my product that I developed about 3 years ago. Created that because it's like, that's something I generally try to make things that I would fish with. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm a small water, go out to the multi-species kind of guy. So go out and try to find stuff that I that I would fish with and take them out to people because I think that's what people want, and it's worked out pretty well so far. So, with the Live Flex, all the Live Flex products that we brought in this last year were products that I developed as well. So yeah, just kind of, that's kind of the story. I lucked into it to a degree. I've had a fishing background. I've always, been a fisherman. I've always, been passionate about fishing. But
that
just,
helps.
Yeah, no, it does.
Somebody in that position, because like you can tell when, and I mean that's corporate America. That's anything, any job of when they hire somebody that has no background in the thing that they're in, but they they have this stuff on paper, like, oh, they have the stuff. Then they get in, they're like, oh, I've never fished a day in my life, or I've never done sneakers a day. Like you can just tell, and it's like
they know the business side of the aspect. They know the business aspect. They don't have the product knowledge or the knowledge of the ins and outs. And honestly, from what you're saying, that's honestly where the marriage came together for PRADCO. I had the experience in the with the marketing in the background and a lot of the stuff that I'd done, and I had the fishing knowledge as well. And so it kind of came together. It was kind of a perfect marriage, and kind of it just worked out really, really well.
Things happen for a reason.
They haven't gotten rid of me yet, so I guess they like what I'm doing. So it works out, and I get to work with guys like Debo and Tackle Junkie and Bass Geek, and lots of the guys that you guys have out there. I get to work with these guys too. They let me to harass them here and there as well.
We enjoy it. You're a good dude. That's what I've told the people on here before. The folks over at Lurenet PRADCO, y'all are super nice to work with. So it's refreshing finding companies that are like, hey, we just want to work together and make this fun for everybody. And it's like, there's some companies out there that want to contract your first child born and all this other stuff. It's like,
I know you and I have had that same conversation I have with lots of people that I'm not going to do that to you. I will not do that to you. So
it gets pretty crazy. Yeah. Like, Patrick and I'll talk and I'm like, yeah, I mean, people use other brands, right? It's like, even if I'm with you on here, I'm going to shoot you guys straight. Like, oh, hey, I'm going to use this lure over this thing, or sometimes this work, and like people have to be like that. Cause that's real. That's how fishing is,
It's genuine. And that's what I ask. I would prefer you sit there and tell, you know what, I'm going to go throw a chatterbait because chatterbait's what's going to work today. And that's okay. I have no problem with that at all, because that is, you're using the products that you want to use. And this is just, you and I have had this conversation, but it's being able to use the products that you feel confident in and that you feel comfortable with. I don't ever want you to push a product or talk about a product that you don't believe in, because it's not genuine, and that's not what it's about.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty 100%. Transparent these days when somebody's pushing something like, oh, this is the best thing. It's like, bro, I've never even heard you talk about this thing until like,
You've never thrown it before.
I've never even seen you. Oh yeah, I've used this for years. Well, that just came out last week. Oh well, I mean, actually,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bad.
yeah. No, but anyway, that's kind of a little pull by the current a little bit, but that's the truth. That is the truth, and that's honestly what what this is all about. So for he stays honest, and we stay honest, and everybody's happy with what we're doing. So
It's real fishing, real people,
mhm.
which I appreciate these days. It'll keel. I would not throw a 2 ounce on that. So interestingly enough, my buddy Brando had a couple of the newer ones, and both of his BB ones pooped out. So I don't know if it's the new BB ones, which is really interesting because like my Gen, what are they on? Gen 3? I don't remember, but it was the same thing for the speed spool. Like, dude, the old speed spools were rock solid. And like the new one, I don't feel like the drag is that great. So I don't know what happened with some of the loose stuff, but regardless, usually like with a 2 ounce bait, I want something with an aluminum frame and an aluminum handle side plate, like when you're throwing the bigger stuff. Some of the Shimano's and stuff are fine too, but like, I'm thinking like Tranks. I guess 2 ounces is kind of on the verge where you might not need it, but like my honest go-to would be Daiwa Tattoo Low 150. Aluminum frame, aluminum handle side plate. It will do it all. If you don't want to throw the 2 ounce lures, you can throw a spinnerbait on it, chatterbait, whatever. But yeah, I don't know if I would. Old ones, yeah, I would say no problem. The old BB one was bad as hell. So I don't know. YouTube retreat, Francisco. I was laughing at that. Yeah, it'd be like a little YouTube retreat for all of us meeting up at the classic. Meet up at the classic. Sounds worth the trip. Well, brother, come on out. I haven't got to meet you yet. Trevor in the house. Trevor, what's up? Trevor, oh yeah, you're gonna hit the classic. Sweet. Oh yeah, good call, Blind. I didn't even think of that. Adam, good call. Yeah, and actually that's one that does have an aluminum frame and handle side plate. Is it the Super Duty? And I want to say right at $200, but those have all gone up, I guess, now. But yeah, good call. Good call on that. I didn't even think of that. Because I have that on. I can go grab the rod right now hanging up on the wall, but I have that exact setup with that reel. Maybe I'll do that here in a second. Ralph in the house. Ralph was one I was talking about. Ralph, we were showing the Natty Light Bandit 100 that I threw to you on the boat to give a toss. You ended up catching some. But anyway, remember at the Meetup Classic will be awesome. You'll be there. Sweet dude. We appreciate you and your service. All the men and women out there. I love y'all in the service. We appreciate y'all a ton.
I have a
Let's
daughter
see.
in the service.
Oh, hell yeah. Much appreciation. No, not Debo, but BB1 is fine reel. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, I would agree with Brian, better than the average reel, but I would say if you can find the last generation, from what I've heard from people, they're better than the new generation, which sucks. But okay, let's see. Do you have another giveaway, Patrick? Did
I
you have
do.
one more?
I was gonna say, well, what I'd love to do is if we could do like 4 giveaways, and I'm gonna
Oh,
give a
damn.
random assortment of stuff I'm gonna send to people.
Okay, we can do that. We
If
can
that
just do
works
bam,
for
bam,
you,
bam.
if that works, if everybody wants, and you can just do whatever codes or however you want to do that. And I think maybe Patrick is awesome. I don't know, something along.
Here, we'll just do this.
It's a little long. No, that's a little long. We don't want to go with that.
We'll do. See if anybody got. Nope, nobody got it. I didn't think anybody would guess this. We're just going to do a hashtag Pat. So for this one, we don't have to keep drawing. So this is for everybody. Everybody can enter, and I'll just pull 4 different winners because I can do pull winner and then pull winner again. So we'll just pull 4 people. Hashtag Pat, saving the day. Short for Patrick here.
Absolutely.
And it'll just be some cool gift bags of stuff.
Yep, I'm gonna get you some, and I'll get you hooked up with some good stuff. Everything from flashpoints, jerk baits to maybe some GLF, and we got some good random stuff that we can throw in there.
Dude, Brian, I agree. I remember when I got that BB1 Tournament Pro, dude, that thing felt like $1 million. I've still got it. I actually used it, I think last year. I randomly threw it on. That was my favorite reel for a while. Those things were built like tanks. That generation of BB1, absolute workhorses.
Rebel rocks. I like that one. That guy's gonna win something.
Let's see. Google. Oh, damn. 27-hour drive to Knoxville. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Screw that.
Where are you at for 27 hours?
California.
You got to be way out there.
Heard of the fighting or being attacked? Yeah, I can't choose one. What? I heard the fighting crown squirrels are being attacked in here. I don't know what that means. Y'all are crazy. Let's see. Yes, I'll consider. There's a number of people coming through. Yeah, Gen 3. Is it Gen 3? Is that the one they're on? Yeah, I've heard that from a number of people. Brando said he was looking up and said the same thing. So I don't know if they switched, because they used to be like the Doyo Korea factory where those are made. And I want to say those are all switched to China. And I'm not knocking on Chinese made stuff, but if it was a change in factory and like how they were putting them together and stuff, that could totally be it. Shocked? Are you shocked I suggested a Daiwa? Well, I'll say here for Shimano fans, if you want to go that route, Corrado 200M. That way, if you don't want to use it for a 2-ounce swim bait, that reel is a sick reel as well. So it doesn't have the aluminum handle side plate though. But I will say the Shimano is nothing smoother than a Shimano.
You know, I've traditionally always been a Shimano guy, personally.
They are smooth. Had a pinion. Oh, Chris here telling us what happened. The first BB1 had a pinion carrier spring out of place. Okay. Not sure what was up with the second one. Clean, lubed everything, all threw it back together. Yeah, and Brando's was the one that I fixed where it had, if y'all remember that video where I fixed his BB1, that was the one where a screw came loose inside of it, rattled around inside of it, and got stuck in the gear. So if y'all remember that one, that was the BB1. So airport, yeah, fly out there. Gonna fly to the Classic. Yeah, I'm flying. Screw that. I ain't driving. Hashtag rebel. Hashtag random. Yeah. Oh, the super. That's what I was gonna go get. Here, we'll find a question for Patrick so he can take the mic for a second. I'll go grab that off the wall. Or if there's anything else you wanted to cover or talk about.
No, not necessarily, but you know, I did see earlier somebody was asking what
hashtag Patty Light. Well done, Chris.
I did see somebody was wanting to know what the biggest fish I caught this year was.
What was your biggest?
I would say 25 pounds.
Damn, what was that?
It was a lake trout. So
I was gonna say, hold on here.
Well, you know, the biggest bass I caught this year, I probably only caught. I think the biggest bass I caught this year was probably about 6 pounds. I didn't really catch anything just crazy.
Yeah, this year. That's about the same for me. I did. You guys will get to see my my video catching my PB smallmouth though. That'll be this week. Just a hair under 5 pounds, which for me is a beast because I don't fish for him much on our region of the Mississippi. That's a solid smallmouth. People, it's allowed. Yeah. Why is everybody's talking about driving distance? Yeah. As Rich would say, yeah, it's allowable to fly to Knoxville as well. They do have an airport there. So let's see.
I'm going to be flying. I'll just tell you that right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Had 0 issues thrown. I can believe that. There's something about Shimano, and I don't know if it's the Hagane, like how that material is made. But I've never had flex issues with my Shimanos, to be fair. And they don't have an aluminum handle side plate. I mean, look at the old green, the E series, Corrado E's. Guys throw swim baits on those, and those didn't have an aluminum side plate. So I think it just depends on the company. If it's the full graphite frame and side plate is where it really is worse. Get the aluminum frame. At least having that is a huge step up over all graphite, hands down. Let's see, Knoxville. How many inches? Chris, we don't care how long a 6-pound fish is. Bass are meant to be weighed. We don't measure them.
I actually measure my fish usually. So.
Oh my gosh, Patrick.
I'm a kayak guy for the most part, though. So, you know, generally I'm like, okay, yeah, that thing was about 21 inches. Or, you know, not everybody can, you know, translate it across to, you know, inches to weight, because it doesn't always come across well. So,
Dustin, be pre-fishing be it Pickwick pre-fishing for the TBF Natty, so the national. That's as close to fishing the classic as I'll get. Hey, you never know, man. Maybe you win it. Maybe you get promoted. Boom, something happens. You never know. I'm not measuring any of them, Caro. No. You and Chris. If Chris, other Chris, not this Chris, my other Chris, right here, this Chris. No. Not measuring the dang fish.
21 inches.
Why not both? Because then it's a long story. No. Okay, let's get to doing some giveaways here. I kind of agree. If you're using it for anything heavy duty, they do. But if you use them for like treble hook baits and stuff, usually most of the time they're completely fine because you're not putting a crazy heavy load on it.
But do you really want something that's just completely fine? You know, it's like, it'll work.
Well, if that's what your budget is, and if you're
That's
not doing a ton of crazy heavy fishing, or if you don't fish a ton, that's the other thing too. If you only fish like once a month, they will last you for a long time. So somebody call catch. Nobody call catch. I do not want a catch board. Do not. If anybody sends me a catch board, I'm returning it with a stubby turd in it to make sure you don't ever do that again. So
I got one that's too long. I'll send it to you. I need a shorter one.
I don't want any measuring boards. I'm not measuring my fish. All right. Last chance. Hashtag Pat if you want to get entered. We're gonna grab some giveaways. All right, there we go. Okay, first one. Let's see. How am I gonna keep track of these?
I don't know. You're gonna have to get them all to me.
One.
Hey, Blind Eye. There we go.
All right, who we got?
Blind
Eye, Adam. Dude, Adam hadn't won in what, 5 years of watching or 4 years of watching. He just won like a month ago. And boom, look at that.
I am glad. I will hook you up, Blind Eye. Adam. I know he's in here. I saw him just a little while ago. There he is.
Okay, I know he's here. There he is. Hey, dang. Heck yeah, dude. All right, so that's one. We'll do. Did you say you wanted to do 4, Patrick?
Yes, please.
All right, so there's number 1. Number 2, we're doing rapid fire drawings right here.
Hey, and in your email, tell me if any of you guys can wear a medium.
Oh yeah. Do we have any schmediums in here? Melissa,
can you wear a medium?
Melissa McIndrick. Not somebody that I see in the comments often, so this could be a lurker. I do have lurkers out there that have been fans for a long time. Melissa, you have to be present, so I have to see that you're here.
Yep.
No, Michael, if anybody sends me that, I'm blaming you.
Yep, Melissa's here.
Is she? I didn't see her. Melissa. Oh, here. Okay, Melissa. Okay, so for anybody that's won, you'll need to email me at debosfishing@gmail.com your information, because I will give your information to Patrick and he will send it directly over to you. So, and then just a screenshot of your YouTube. Sorry, screenshot of your YouTube so I know it's you. It's not anybody trying to get free stuff. Screenshot of your YouTube with your address. I'll get that over to Patrick and he will send you some goodies.
And if you can wear a medium, or if you know somebody who can.
Daniel said, I think I wore a medium in 5th grade. So.
Can we make sure that Rich wins? I'd love for Rich to get one of these.
Rich, do you need a medium? Yeah, medium 3X maybe, says Trevor. Toad fishing. Are you here? Must be here. Hey, Neil, what's up, buddy? Longtime fishing friend. Medium would fit my arm, says Rob. A schmedium. Yeah. Let's see. Toad fishing. Are you here? Must be present to win. Woo! Yep. Toad fishing is here.
I'll even ship to Canada if we need to.
Okay. Number 4. Last one. Here we go. And then we'll do any closing questions and then we'll get out of here. We've been rolling for an hour and a half. It goes so fast.
It does.
That's why I like lives. They're always just fun. Who's it going to be? Oh, there's Trevor. Oh, there's Dustin. Bass Face 1 2 3 4 8. Never heard of this person either.
Well,
we got
they just put it in. So
whoa, dude,
that was like a last minute.
You just got in here. Bass Face. Here's the question: did you watch the whole stream, or did you just jump in here randomly for a giveaway? Bass Face, you must be.
The answer's always that. Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
I wore a medium 57 years ago. Okay, Bass Face, are you here? You have to let us know if you're still here. Because if not, no winnie. Dude, you got to turn your notifications on, Neil. Make sure you subscribe, turn on them notifications, ring the bell thing, do all the stuff and the deals. You know,
Bass Face was a hit and run.
might have been. Let's see here. Who was that sang that? Straight up, hit and run. He gone. Yeah, I think you're right, Squirrely Dan. I don't see Bass Face in here. Not on here. He gone.
Well,
Hit the light, Gonzos. All right, we redrawn. He was a hit and run. Who we got? Dub D's. Okay, at Dub D's, are you here? Dub D's is he's quite frequently in the. Oh yeah, Paul Abdul, good call. Dub D's. I recognize that name, so I would guess he is still in here.
Yep.
Dub D's. I figured so. Okay, Dub D's is number 4. All right, so all you wieners out there, you need to email me, debosfishing@gmail.com. Screenshot your YouTube so I know it's you. And yeah, all right. So what do we got? What do we got for closing thoughts, statements? Any other questions for Patrick while we got him on here? So again, Patrick is the brand manager over at PRADCO for Rebel, which is super fun. And I did not plan this. This just happened to be the one. I know that seems like cringe marketing here of, oh, hey, he happens to be here. Here's why, because
but this turned into a whole different kind of show. I don't know.
I can't monetize it because we've shown too much skin here. I had on my Iowa shirt, and Iowa looked like they were going to blow it to Michigan State, so I had that on because I was a little nervous to wear that around people. All right, so what do we got? Eddie, ooh, hey, I don't know how much Patrick can say on this. Patrick, what can you say? Nobody hey, I've actually dropped like 15 pounds, guys. So the OnlyFans, that might be coming up.
Hey, whatever works for you, right?
Oh,
change your name? No, I don't know. Yeah, no, I think that I will just say this: there will be some upcoming Debo stuff. There's going to be more Debo. Debo has not seen the last the last custom stuff coming through. I don't think so.
All right, I'm excited.
That's all we're gonna say. That's all we're gonna say. So, but yeah, no. The any questions? I know that there's a lot of Bacon Creek guys, lovers that are out there as well. But any questions on Rebel, Bacon Creek, any of that would be be more than happy to answer if you have any questions.
Yeah, any Rebel questions? Yeah, dude, Lex, I completely agree, man. That was a typical Iowa game, dude. Either throw it away in the last minute or find a way to win it in the last minute. Ooh, here's one. Francisco asked, Pat, if you had to pick one lure to cover any situation, what are you tying on?
It's got to be a jig. I mean, no matter if when in doubt, you can always drag a jig. Not to say that's my first go-to, but you can always drag a jig and generally catch fish.
Yeah, Toad, I agree.
I'm more of a finesse kind of guy though. So I'm not a power fishing guy that's just going to go out and try to cover water. I'm more of a pick it apart kind of guy. So dragging a jig always seems to work best for me. So.
Toad, yeah, I do want to give a shout out to Patrick and the folks over at Lurenet, PRADCO for doing the giveaways tonight. Thank you guys. I didn't ask for that. That was all them. So I can't say that I poked and prodded them. They were just like, yeah, do this.
Rebel walking bait. Well, there is one. There's a Rebel walking bait, right?
Deborah did great on the Bandit. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate that, buddy. Hold on. Which one was the question?
It said Rebel walking bait ?
Rebel walking baits.
There are 2 Rebel walking baits.
I know the subsurface.
Well, 2 sizes. Let me just say that. Jumping minnow. Are you familiar with jumping minnow?
That's the one I was thinking.
Jumping minnow is there's a 20, the larger size and the smaller size in that, and that is it's a phenomenal. It is kind of one of those sneaky kind of baits that a lot of people don't know about. but it has different action. Like we own heading as well. So we have the spooks and all that, which are on top water. They just do this. Whereas the jumping bait kind of hops up. It just, kind of has nose up kind of action. So it's a great bait. If you haven't ever fished it, it's a great bait to fish with. So very, very kind of regionally, niche bait.
Pat, I think Patrick already answered this earlier. Are you team Daiwa or team Shimano?
Also, well, let me say this. I have both. I've traditionally always been a Shimano guy. I will say that I have got no connection to either one of them necessarily, but I have almost turned into a Lose guy over the last year, and I'll say why. Because I actually got a Lose BFS. I got their BFS set up on the custom light set up with their BFS, and absolutely love that thing. So kind of outside of my norm, I would have thought a Lose would be anything that I would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go buy a Lose. But that rod, I got the that custom light. Have you fished the custom light? Are you familiar with that?
The rod? Are you talking about the black rod
and reel? Yeah, the rod
not
and reel.
Not the combo. I have one of the
BFS.
custom light rods, and it's sick. I really do like that rod.
Unbelievable. So the BFS reel, not cheap. It's not cheap, not a cheap reel, but it definitely is one that it's a phenomenal BFS rod and reel. They both are really good. So
I can hear that too. Yeah, they're getting a little rowdy up there. The wine and charcuterie boards must be hitting home. Let's see. Let's end with this one because we all know I love a drop shot. Patrick, what would be your choice for Rebel or anything on PRADCO's line?
PRADCO,
if I were to drop shot it, yeah, let's go. Anything under the umbrella.
I'm going to give you both. Can I give you anything in PRADCO? If I were going to go anything other than Rebel, something other than Rebel, if I were going to drop shot, would be the drop worm, the GLF drop worm. And I don't know if you've used that, but I have caught some really, really good fish using that largemouth.
The biggest drop shot guy. I haven't used it. I'll be honest. I've not even.
It's a great that drop worm, the GLF drop worm. It's Dan Miguel, who's the brand manager for GLF. That's really designed and geared for northern smallmouth and all that. But man, I absolutely have done really, really well with largemouth on that. But if it's going to be Rebel, if you're going to say something to drop shot on for Rebel. It's going to be the shore shiner. The shore shiner is really good. It works really, really well for that. But something that's a little bit outside of what most people would think. But the catercrawler, the one that you were talking about, that catercrawler on a drop shot is money. It absolutely works really, really well because it's soft plastic, because it's TPE soft plastic, it floats, and so being that it floats, it gets you a whole different look. Then you're going to get with just like a regular plastisol, soft plastics. It just gets you a different. It kind of once it rides up in the water, and that that the catercrawler is a little bit beefier, body on it, and so it just gets up and it sits up in the water better. I don't know if that's what it is, but for some reason it works really, really well on a drop shot. So
okay.
There we go. Those are generally my two. So
all you drop shot nerds got your drop shot knowledge there. Actually, there's going to be one more. So Grimy, longtime member, just over 3 years now. Appreciate you, brother. Question for Patrick: what's your favorite lake to fish in Canada? See, he's one of these crazy Canadians up there up north. So,
well, I'll say depends on what kind of fishing you're doing. Like I was at Lake Athabasca in March. I don't know if you're familiar with Lake Athabasca. It is up almost in the Northwest Territories. So it's way, way, way up there. You got to take a float plane up there, and we were catching lake trout. That's what we were doing: lake trout and pike, catching big lake trout, big pike up there. That was a whole lot of fun. It's like the 7th largest lake in North America, and we saw one other boat the entire week we were there because it's so remote. It's just a very, very remote. So that was a lot of fun. But as far as just my favorite would have to be, it's kind of like everybody's, but it's Lake of the Woods. I mean, I've fished Lake of the Woods up there, kind of going out of Kenora, the Kenora area, going through. I don't know if you're familiar with Lake of the Woods, but there's a lot of really good Red Cliff to Yellow Girl there's so many good areas up there on Lake of the Woods that's just south of Kenora that it's phenomenal. Catch so many smallmouth up there. It's unbelievable. You catch so many smallmouth and walleye up there that you're almost sick of catching fish. It's just it's that good. It's so much fun.
What were you catching the northerns on?
We were actually we caught those on A lot of spinners, a lot of, not our baits. We were catching them on Yakima. Some Yakima inline spinners were really good. I caught some on some Rebel joining minnows. Was
Oh,
doing
heck
that.
yeah.
Also,
Okay.
some just we were talking about a minute ago, the jumping minnows. So the Rebel jumping minnow was catching them. Spooks, we were catching them on those as
Dude,
well.
that's what I was wondering.
Um,
If you were gonna say
oh
anything
yeah,
topwater, because people underestimate
oh yeah.
how freaking fun pike are on topwater because they're just missiles, dude. They are just
When you see a
mean,
50-inch pike
dude.
submarine and come out completely out of the water chasing
They porpoise.
a topwater,
Yeah,
oh,
they porpoise at
it's
them,
so much fun. It's
dude.
fun to go topwater fishing for bass, but you see a pike that's monster do that,
And
it's
they're just
like you
pissed.
just your mouth just almost drops. You don't even know what to do. You're just
They're
like
just
going,
pissed.
what do you even do? It's so great. No, that was a lot of fun. That was a whole lot of fun. We got a lot of I think 25-pound Lakers, lake trout, but then as far as the caught lots of those that size. But the pike, I mean, we were catching 50-inch pike. I mean, it's probably, well, the world record lake trout came out of Lake Athabasca, so that's where the world record lake trout is from. But then the pike up there are just phenomenal. They're just big,
I
and
love
so
pike
just a
fishing.
lot of fun. It was just a lot of fun. It was a great trip. Got a lot of good got a lot of good content. We were taking a lot of photography and getting a lot of good stuff up there too. So
Okay, I
favorite
lied.
eating
I
fish?
lied.
No, that's
Last
all
one.
good.
This one's always
Hey,
fun. Last
I,
one.
I don't get to do this often. Come out and talk to people, so I think this is great. I enjoy answering the questions. Favorite eating fish? I mean, you can't go wrong with catfish. That's a basic answer though. But walleye, like you were talking about, walleye.
I don't think that's as
When you're
basic as you would think. I feel like a lot of people
catfish,
kind of crap on cat. You're like, oh, it's
oh,
a southern
catfish is
thing. Like,
great.
oh, it depends on
I'm
how
from
it's like.
Arkansas though. If you don't eat catfish, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, that's. I feel like it's the South. Like people in the South, yeah, but like other people, oh no, it's just a southern thing. It's a
Oh no, catfish is hard to beat. It's hard to do catfish wrong. That's the great thing about catfish is that it's hard to mess it up. And so, it's just it's a good fish no matter how you cook it, how you do it. I mean, deep fry it just like everything else. It's great. But walleye, if you're gonna sit there and go, what's it outside of catfish, I would say some of the best fish that I've had have been up there on a houseboat at Lake of the Woods eating walleye that we've caught that day and cooking them. That is hard to beat.
yeah.
That's
Pike.
pretty
Did you
hard to
keep any
beat.
pike and eat them?
We've eaten pike, and pike is actually, this is something that I think you got to cook it right, but you also have to cut out the blood. I think there's a bloodline in there or something that you have to kind of,
They've got Y
you have to
bones. You have
clean
to
it
cut
well. Yeah,
around.
you have
Yeah,
to kind of clean it out well. But it
they
was
call it poor man's
surprisingly
lobster.
good.
Yeah,
It was surprisingly good.
it's kind of a sweet,
As
meat.
nasty a fish as the green monster is, you would never think it tastes as good as it does. I was very reluctant to even eat it just because you've caught pike. They're
Oh yeah, they
slimy. They
stink.
stink.
They're
They just
slimy.
are.
Yeah,
There's
that's
nothing
why they're
about
so
them that
fun.
makes you go, I want to eat this. But yeah, no, it was actually pretty good. I don't know that I'd want to eat it outside of being fried. I think frying is about the only way I'd want to do it.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I think that's usually pretty common. I don't know. Usually
I don't think
nuggets,
I'd.
cut them up in nuggets,
Yeah,
pike nuggets, but I'd be down. All right.
that
Well,
was good.
listen, we're getting out of here, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Patrick, again, where can they find you on all the socials and such?
Oh man, yeah, they can find me out there. I'll tell you this: as much as I deal with work with these guys and all that, I'm very very rarely do much on social.
Oh,
I have social media. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on all that. But if you message Rebel Lures, you're talking to me. So
there
on
you go.
Instagram, Facebook, any of that. Generally, I'm gonna be the one that sees that. So yeah, feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear from you guys. Tell me what hat was your favorite. I'd love to read in the comments which one of the hats you think was
Hmm.
great. That's something that I'm looking forward to getting those out and really getting those in front of people and seeing what people's response is to them. I think they're gonna be good. So
I think you had some good ones in it. I think you have some winners. Yeah. And
yep,
happy Thanksgiving to all as well. Yeah. Happy,
yep.
whether you celebrate it or not, spend some time with the family, give a loved one a hug. Again, you never know when your last time out could be fishing is. So try to get out, do some fishing, find somebody that's special to you and say thanks. But otherwise, we're getting out of here. I do love you all. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Until
Appreciate it, guys.
next